Welcome to Endgame. This is a short little Doom 2 based WAD made back in 2003 and released in 2004, and it was like a mini community project by some very famous authors in the Doom scene at the time. If you're a big enough Doom nerd to be clicking on this video and know that much about classic Doom, you've probably heard at least some or one of these names. Eric Arm contributed a map to this set. Anthony Soto, who was a really well-known and respected contributor to the Doom scene back then, spearheaded the project and was author on a couple of the maps. Lee Zemansky, Joe Pillai, a couple of other people who I apologise for not remembering right now, all made maps or contributions to some of the maps. And it's really good. It's still pretty well known, but I would still say kind of underrated, to be honest. Maybe because of its short length, the fact that it's not completely custom, like as you can hear, we are D_running in this one. And it will just be using the standard Doom 2 music throughout, unfortunately. They're good songs, but I mean, we've heard them all a million times before, have we not? But the level design, especially for its time, is really good. And there's one map in particular, map 8, that I really wanted to play on a video. And so I thought, why not just play the whole thing? I mean, the whole thing's good, so why not? Fun maps to play through, and the difficulty is probably around about TNT-ish levels for the most part. Oh, that's right, there's a Baron here. So we might just put a bit of distance between me and him until I can bathe him in plasma. Sometimes you can get him down with just what the plasma rifle carries, but that's all good. I think that plasma rifle there is there just simply for the Baron. But yeah, Endgame. So there was a lot of controversy when this WAD was released, unfortunately, because they used like the base of a map and some textures from a project called More Death 2, I think it was. And the author of that project was not happy. He thought that the textures and the map and everything should be released as part of his project. I'm pretty sure it was all unintentional and just a little bit of unfortunate argy-bargy, and it all worked out in the end, but it delayed the release of this for a little while they replaced those textures. And Anthony Soto, who was like a pretty big member of the community at the time, he planned for this to be his final Doom project, and it was, but it ended on this slightly sour note, unfortunately. There's one of the secrets, we just straight run through that window. But all's well that ends well, I guess. This is a really cool little WAD. It's a shame that it only went for 8 maps in the end, because I think it was really good, as I'm going to demonstrate by playing. And when we get to each of the maps, of course, I always put the map author in the description of the video, so if you want to know exactly who it was out of all those famous authors who made each map, you can check down there. This one, I believe, with Anthony Soto and Jan Vander somebody. I apologise. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, I just don't remember, I'm afraid. But I will put the name in the description. And yeah, so in this WAD, the first couple of maps, this one and the next one, are very sort of simple, easy, introductory style maps. And then from about map 3 onwards, it gets a lot more, it gets more difficult, and the maps get a lot bigger and more intricate, culminating in map 8, the one that I've been talking about that I want to play, which is kind of like Baby's first slaughter map. It's kind of difficult, it's like Plutonia levels of difficulty, but it's really fun to play and not that difficult. A really good introductory slaughter map. So why not play the entire WAD given how good it is? This WAD's called Endgame, and that map, they do have custom titles, they just didn't put the graphics in for them, but that map was called Arctic.